the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena. Rolle. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, lights were out in some areas of Grand Bahama today, but it was not due to any interruption in service on the part of the Grand Bahama Power Company. It was all a deliberate attempt to boycott the power company and get power officials to lower the cost of electricity. The boycott and march, the latest effort in the campaign, spearheaded by the coalition to bring down the cost of power. Sabrina Brown reports.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Residents of Grand Bahama marched around the Grand Bahama Power Company 7 times, chanting "Enough is enough" and "Power to the people" in what is being called the March Around Jericho. Convener of the Coalition of Concerned Citizens, Eddie Victor, told those in attendance that this march is not against the employees of the power company, but the system that is in place.
What we have to remember is that it is this system that's eroding our economy that we are coming against, because it's affecting the way that businesses operate. Businesses are closing because of power. Businesses have had to scale back because of power. Investors that want to come to Grand Bahama have to make different decisions, because when they look at the high power rate, they do not want to come into a jurisdiction where the cost of electricity is so high.
A cross-sector of persons joined the march, including pastors, business owners, trade unionists, and just ordinary citizens who believe that the prices of the power company are exorbitant.
We just want to be a part of this movement, because that's what it is now. It's a movement. You know, people are beginning to join in. People again beginning to take part in the activities, and it's going to grow stronger and stronger until the power company hears our voices and begin to do something about it.
Remember, they're in St. Lucia. They're in Barbados. You think they have the same issues? Absolutely.
The trade union movement stand here united with this force that is going on to ensure that equity and fairness comes to the people of this country.
Sandra Gray says she's marching for personal reasons. As an oxygen machine user, she says electricity is vital. However, her power bill has doubled for the past 3 months. Gray says she has had to give up meals and other necessities just to keep her power on.
I am a cancer overcomer. I have cancer, sleep apnea, hypertensive, diabetic, and I have 2 degenerative discs. So this is a sacrifice, and I made 6 laps today. So I thank God for that I didn't follow, but it is a sacrifice. And I thank God that He allowed me to make it, because I'm going to support this cause with everything that is in me. To God be the glory.
Victor says these demonstrations will continue until the power company reduces the cost of electricity and Grand Bahamians can return to a normal way of life. Well, coalition leaders say hundreds of residents joined the campaign today and shut their electricities off at their homes, offices, and businesses to protest what they call the high cost of electricity. Our Sabrina Brown visited several areas today to find out if residents were indeed joining the crusade against the Grand Bahama Power Company.
It was lights out for many residents on Grand Bahama today. They claim that the high cost of electricity has changed their quality of life, and they're finding it difficult to survive.
Previously, I could have afforded a moderate life. Presently, I feel like a Joneser, you know, because I can't do nothing. You can't, you have to tighten your belt to buy gas for your car. You got to tighten your belt to buy food to eat. You have to watch the sales to be able to afford to eat effectively and properly.
My support is for these young people who are struggling. Some of them have had their power turned off. Some of them have lost their jobs. I get called 4 or 5 times a month from young people, seeing if I can employ them, if I know of anybody. Can I speak for them? Can I write them a reference?
It's a high time that the people of Grand Bahama come together and fight this thing. There's only unity we stand, divided we fall, and something has to be done with the Grand Bahama Power Company. The rates are ridiculous.
Cabrina Adderley says she even took measures to conserve energy, but that didn't make a difference in her bill.
I have a gas stove in my house, so to help to maintain my light bill. Most of the time, no one is home in the house. I do what they say, turn off everything, turn off this and turn off that, and it doesn't make a difference with the light bill.
Local businesses also cutting their power supply for the day. President of MECO architectural and engineering firm, Burton Miller.
I believe the point is to show Emera that you can generate as much power as you wish. If we as consumers decide not to use it, you're out of business, like some of us have been out of business. We have had industries and companies leave Freeport because electricity is too expensive.
The Taino Beach Resort and commercial giants like KFC and Pizza Hut also supporting the blackout.
The power company is a business just like I'm in business, but I'm not here to kill people. You know, people have to be able to live and to afford. Your power bills have now become more than our loan payments.
These consumers believe the power company needs to take a serious look at alternative sources of energy.
If they were to invest that money into new generators of burning oil and place that money into solar power on a large scale, okay, they could cut their costs.
The power company, whose capacity to date is about 56 megawatts, can lessen the demand on their system if homeowners are allowed to install their own generation capacity systems in their residential homes.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Well, the world's largest and most revolutionary cruise ship is now docked at the Grand Bahama Shipyard for repairs. The Allure of the Seas arrived on Sunday, and for the rest of the week, work crews will be making repairs to the ship's propulsion motor. Two mega steel structures were built by Quality Services to facilitate the repairs that should be complete by the end of the week. Shipyard officials say they are proud that Royal Caribbean Cruise Line chose to carry out the work to their most technically advanced ship here on Grand Bahama, bringing about an economic boost to the economy. This is the second Royal Caribbean ship to dock for repairs on Grand Bahama. In January, the Navigator of the Sea arrived in January for repairs. Work to that ship was carried out over a 25-day period. And police in Abaco are searching for pilot Owen George Johnson. The 30-year-old Nassau man is wanted for questioning in connection with illegal landing, causing damage, and assault with a dangerous instrument. Police say Johnson was the pilot of an aircraft who escaped in the area of the Sandy Point Airport on Sunday evening. Police also tell us that officers acting on a tip observed an aircraft landing at the Sandy Point Airport. The officers then approached the runway in a marked police vehicle, and it was at that point the aircraft made a sharp turn, colliding with the police jeep. The passengers on board were 3 Haitians and 4 Dominicans. They were all arrested. Johnson, the pilot, was able to escape. Police say Johnson stands at 6 feet 6 inches tall, low haircut, heavy built with light brown complexion. Now, if you know the whereabouts of Owen George Johnson tonight, police say call them at 911-919. 367-2560, 367-3437, or call the Central Detective Unit in Grand Bahama at 350-3107 or 8. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.